This is a fantastic and comprehensive breakdown of the financial system. You've captured the essence of how these major institutions interconnect to form the engine of the global economy. It's a clear, engaging narrative that demystifies a complex topic. To build on what you've created, here's a summary and a visual metaphor that might help solidify the concepts. The financial system as a city. Think of the global economy as a massive, bustling city. The city planner and water supply central banks, they don't build the buildings, but they set the rules, zoning laws, and control the most vital resource, the money supply like water. They open the spigot QE, low rates to stimulate growth, or tighten it QT, high rates to cool inflation. The water pipes and distribution network, commercial banks, they are the essential infrastructure. They take the water money credit from the central reservoir and channel it to homes, shops, and factories, households, and businesses throughout the city, enabling everything to function. The city's giant savings account, pension funds. This is the collective nest egg of all the city's workers for retirement. It's so massive that it doesn't just sit in a vault. It's invested back into the city, funding new skyscrapers, real estate and infrastructure bonds, and innovation VC pay. The public transportation system, mutual funds, an efficient way for the everyday citizen investor to get a piece of the entire city's growth. You buy a ticket share, and you own a tiny slice of hundreds of different buildings and businesses across town. The high-stakes gambling halls, hedge funds, open only to the wealthy. These places make complex bets on anything in the city, whether a neighborhood will thrive or crash, if traffic will get worse, etc. They use high-leverage borrowed money to amplify their wins and losses. The corporate architects and deal-makers, investment banks, they are the elite firms that help design and finance the city's biggest projects. They handle the IPO, taking a company public, arrange mergers combining two giant towers, and raise colossal amounts of capital for major ventures. The house flippers and corporate renovators, private equity. They raise pools of money to buy older, underperforming buildings companies, often with lots of debt. They renovate, streamline, and try to sell them for a profit a few years later. Sometimes they add value. Sometimes they just strip the copper wiring. With startup labs and lottery ticket vendors, venture capital, they fund thousands of crazy new idea startups in garages and co-working spaces. They know 90% will fail, but they're searching for the one that becomes the next city-defining tech giant, which pays for all the failures and then some. The safety net and silent landlords, insurance companies. They collect small premiums from everyone to protect against fires, accidents, and disasters. The vast pool of money that accumulates between payouts is then quietly invested back into the city's bonds, real estate, and markets, making them huge, stable investors. How they work together, a simple cycle. Your paycheck story is perfect. Here's the cycle. You earn money from a business, it's deposited in a commercial bank. Part of it is automatically diverted to a pension fund and an insurance company via premiums, retirement contributions. Those institutions invested capital with hedge funds, private equity, and venture capital firms, and into mutual funds. Those firms use the capital to fund new businesses, buy companies, and make bets. When those businesses need to grow or go public, they hire investment banks. The central bank oversees this entire flow, adjusting the cost of money, interest rates to keep the city from overheating or freezing. The cycle continues, creating, multiplying, and moving wealth. Your final point is the most crucial. We are all part of this system. Our salaries, loans, investments, and insurance premiums are the lifeblood that keeps this vast, intricate, and sometimes chaotic machine running. This is an excellent foundation for understanding finance. Great work.